Here we go. Ready? Welcome everybody. This is the 2013 U.S. Amateur Championship, National Championship in Palm Harbor, Florida. Strokers Billiards. This is the cornerman, Freddie Agnew. I'm here with Scott Lee. Scott, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Freddie. It's a pleasure to be here in the booth with you.
We've got Chris Zaker and versus Brian Dietzenbach. Brian is from Fairfax, Virginia. Chris is from Lancaster, Ohio. Now it's I see them putting 9 balls up there, but normally they've been starting with 8 ball. I don't know if that's a personal preference or if I believe they have to start with 8 ball, and it looks like they are. Chris has won the leg. They're all champions here. They all had to win a tournament, locals and regionals, to get here, or at the very least qualify through those tournaments.
And of course a big shout out to Capone's up in Spring Hill and Hammerheads. Got a lot of great pool rooms in Florida. That's just this area. We haven't even talked about the East Coast.
That's right. U.S. Amateur Championship is brought to you by the APA. Poolplayers.com is their site, the APA site. Strokers Billiards is the host site. Of course, this is InsidePool.tv. Also sponsored by NYC Grind, CNG Gas, and Corey'sCollection.com. Chris to break, coming from the right side as we view it. Looks like he's going to hit the second ball, I guess.
Most of them playing that second ball hit, drawn to the side rail.
It's not a bad idea in a faster tables like this. You can still get out. If 8 ball in the break wins, you got a chance at that, but the table is looking not so great unless those 3 balls, the 11, 13, 14, are wired. It's that trick shot lineup, isn't it?
Well, they better be got some spit on them or something. If they're touching, it's going to throw right out of there.
The cue ball is nowhere anywhere.
He's made a stripe on the break.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. He's made a stripe. We read the rules, and it looks like if you make 1 ball in the break, you take what you make. He's getting his extension out, so he must be shooting the ball in the end rail. I guess it's the 10 ball.
Probably going to try to, if he plays a shot, he's going to try to bank it between the 8 and the 5.
Yeah, why not? I mean, when he hits it, it's going to come banking between the 8 and the 5 no matter what, if he hits it hard enough.
It's a big stretch.
Doesn't he just crawl this cue ball up to the end rail?
That's what I'd do.
Okay.
Here's what you call a long bridge.
There we go. He's got the extension.
Oh, he went the other direction.
It's to nowhere.
Yeah, let's tie them all up even worse.
Maybe that was his plan. Maybe that was his plan. Just tie them all up. Well, this is going to be a strategic game, I think. Not much to it. Well, if he gets on the 7 ball, he can smash him into these the 11 and 4. Shout out to Teddy Harris out there. Teddy was in the booth with us last year. And Teddy liked to say that, yeah, I think I just want to smash into this ball and smash that ball. You know.
Teddy makes a great cue, in addition to being a great player.
He's busy in the shop, I know that.
Been around pool a long time.
Well, we're going to find out, and you know, that 7 ball to the 4 ball is probably going to be, it's still there. I don't know if he can get up to the angle or not. It seems like that's the only ball he can get to breaking out, the tied up 4 ball. Scott, I know you play a lot of the different games, but how much 8 ball do you play, and where do you rank it on your favorite games and such?
I actually really enjoy 8 ball, and in fact, when I do my exhibitions in the college market, I play last pocket 8 ball almost exclusively.
Really?
Sure, because you have to. It's a thinking person's game, and to play last pocket, you definitely have to play ahead and be thinking about where that 8 ball is going to go. Got to pocket it in the same pocket you make your last ball in. And both players can't have the same last pocket.
Ooh, when you play like that? Normally when I am either, well, I'll just say watching the gambling matches, that they don't allow that.
That's what I'm saying. Both players cannot have.
Oh, cannot. I'm sorry. I completely heard you wrong.
And of course, the death knell in last pocket 8 ball is to pocket your last ball on the side.
Pocket. People do it when they have to. They got the one shot of doing it,
Yeah.
in the side pocket.
Yeah, if you don't get a shot on the 8, you may never see it again.
Well, he's, I assume, well, I don't think he was playing a safety, but the way he shot it, it looked like he just wanted to lag the 1 ball down there as a breakout ball. And he kind of did, didn't he? He's got it in a position that if he has a shot in the 1, he'll definitely break out the balls.
He's going to have to hit him.
Well, one of those kind of crazy shots where you'd be tempted to bank the 15 out into some other balls and that would leave the cue ball in the end rail.
Sure.
Either now,
or
if that doesn't go, then after the 9, because I don't see anything happening here with the. I suppose you could play 14, 13.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, you could play the 15 2 rails back to the opposite corner and roll the cue into that cluster.
Another shot if you can just thin that 15 right in the pocket now and smash in those balls, but yeah, he's gonna duck here. Should be a good duck. You should get maximum value out of this as long as the 13 is still clear.
Well, and your objective with playing safe is ball in hand. Nicely played.
Well, he did not get maximum value because now he's got a nothing nose on that side of the table. He's going to smash another ball, and I think there's a shot here, isn't there?
Hard to tell. If he's frozen on that 11, he might not be able to hit the 1.
But you know what I'm saying? Even with ball in hand, none of those balls go. He'd have to break them out with the 15, and now he's just letting it loose. But I don't think he's going to get ball in hand. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I think he could have gotten better value out of that by getting tucked and be clear with these 13, 14 to the pocket. But he hit the other guy's ball first.
Ooh, missed everything. But
there you go.
That may not hurt him.
Might not hurt him.
That's definitely a tough cluster sitting there.
It might be tempted to hit the 13 or 14 now, get the 4 out of there, but it looks like the 4 may do something bad. Block the 15. All right, I think he's thinking the same lines I am. You got to get something out of here and still get.
I think he's going to tuck the cue in behind that 13.
Either that or right behind the 10, whatever one is easier, I guess. I don't understand that shot.
I don't either.
He didn't get. Again, this is another time where he had a good chance of better value than what he received, what he ended up with. Well, hitting this ball isn't the problem, is it? Yeah. And
a lot of players would just jump the edge of the 11 here and pocket the 5.
Pocket the 5. Pocket the 5. Pocket something else. Bank the 4. Something.
The 4's ugly, that's for sure. He apparently can see it. Nope.
Oh, what a shot!
That turned out well. But I believe the 15 goes, and that's going to take him right into that cluster.
Will it? Well, let's see. This is. I'm not a big fan of these kind of games. You know, I'm not quite sure that this is how you want to be playing this game, because especially this is your first game up there on the TV lights, and it can throw your entire game off.
What do you think, Fred? I think if it were me, I'd be wanting to hit that pair on the rail with the cue.
Yeah.
As opposed to the 11 and the 12.
I think it's all bad here, to tell you the truth, Scott. Because if you hit the 14, doesn't it just die on the side rail?
It might, but it's possible that the 11 goes past the 8.
You can't even see the 15.
Oh wow.
He's blocked with everything. Can't even shoot the 10 ball. If he could have hung that ball, he would have gotten it. Pretty good.
Well, let's see what he does here. He's got several options. 4 in the
everything's
side
screwed
looks
up.
to be the first shot.
2 in the side.
Oh, was that the 2?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Colorblind.
It's not tough to be colorblind here.
Of course, that's the 4 on the rail with the
Correct.
2 stripes.
I like playing more of a 1 pocket shot here and move one of my balls, maybe the 5 ball or something, over to this side of the table.
Jack 8. I would have had the boat, Rick. Jack 8.
Because he needs a helper on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose
He'd probably play this and roll up, and then
I think the problem is that if he,
he
let's
missed
say
it.
he made that ball, he's run out of balls. You know, they would be insurance balls if this was straight pull, but he'd be running out of balls to have on the table when he smashes into the
into that cluster. Yeah.
Well, there's no question about it. Chris is going to be going into the stack somehow, and at this point, to say which ball he's going to go into, coming from this angle, it's almost like he's going to hit the 4 no matter what. Unless he hits it so hard that it bends around. Wow.
That certainly didn't help him.
Yeah, to hit it that hard.
And again, no pause at the cue ball. You find the better players stop their cue at the cue ball, even briefly, and decide whether to go or not.
I am stunned when I do watch somebody never stop the cue stick. I couldn't try to do that.
Now that was a great safety.
If there was no other balls on the table. It's tough, you know, this game. Sometimes you play survival shots, and
Well,
this type of
he can't be playing offensively here. There's nothing to do.
See, I like to play that ball somewhere where it's easy to break out. The
Absolutely.
Next ball.
He
So
needs
get it near the side.
He needs something over there.
Because now the 5 ball's tied up. Why wouldn't Chris go ahead and break these balls out? One of these balls, whether it's his ball on the left side or the balls on the right side. Well, it looks like he's going to try to nudge the 4 ball out of there. Oh, don't do that! Oh,
man.
boy.
Put it right back in the same
Talk about
spot.
unlucky. But that's what he tried to do, right? He just tried to nudge it so it's clear, and it was clear. And now both his balls are tied up, and if somehow Brian can get the 4 ball out of there without disrupting the 13-14 pair.
Might be right now, making it cross corner.
It's tough to get this out of there without disrupting it, but I think this has become quite the first game.
Interesting.
Gerald Dunn and Dan Hines, table 5.
Well, I'm not sure what's happening here with Chris. I think he forgot that he's shooting. Oh, he's cleaning off his... Ray Linares joining us.
Hey,
here.
Ray.
I thought he was going to come over here and visit with us, but Ray is looking for his phone.
Nice playing, Ray.
Ray had a great match. We just watched most of it. Oh, did you really?
Oh, yeah.
That I was playing?
Yeah.
I know you had a tough battle there.
I'm thinking the other guy was liking it less, Ray.
Here's Zaker up. Looks like he's frozen on his own 13 and 14. 10 ball might pass. If he decides to shoot the 10 ball and break out his 11 ball, the 13 and 14 still don't pass. I would think he wants to he can't just duck, can he? The 5 doesn't go.
Nope, sure doesn't.
He's jumping to his own ball, or massing to his own ball.
He must think that goes.
I bet he's playing safe off his 13, trying to drop below.
Oh.
He drew right below. Good shot. He almost scratched, but I like the idea.
That 5 may go on the side now.
Let's see it. But here's the problem: if he shoots the 5, he's opened up the 11, and there's nothing else going on. So if he shoots the 5,
he's got to run out.
That means he's trying to run out.
Yep.
And that means it goes.
Well, and if he does make the 5 and gets position,
the 1 or the 4 ball would be positioned enough.
I'm thinking he would shoot the 4 next.
He popped it in, and he popped it in so much.
That's what he's going to do.
He can shoot any ball at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't be surprised if he shoots the 2 ball to clear the up table balls, and then get the down table balls to get out of the 8. I'm saying that he's not even looking at the 2. To me, it looks like it's the 2. He can go 1, 2, 4, I suppose. But here you go. Now you realize the 2 is the ball. Karina, maybe not. Well, I'm thinking of the 3 balls, the 4 ball is not the ball. It's the 2 ball, and then the 1 ball and the 4 ball.
He's definitely waffling here.
He's waffling.
Better make his mind up before he gets down.
Yeah.
All right, so he should go twice across.
Sure. And then he'll just...
Oh, he went 3.
3 rails, but he's got to get an angle if he's playing for the 4 ball. And he's got an angle all right.
Oh,
he's
man.
still okay. He's still okay. I'm assuming that the 1 ball can go in either pocket, but... I predict he'll get out.
Probably come below the 11.
Looks like he's using
Oh,
inside.
he is shooting inside. Oh, wow. See, it just goes to show you.
I tell you, I mean...
What looks like a easy out, some of these guys are making it tough.
On the other hand, hey, they're up there, and
Yeah.
you never know. This passes the 8 ball, apparently. It's going to go. Center cut.
Wow.
Center cut.
Now, why you shoot this in the side instead of in the corner?
He's shooting in the side pocket.
I know it.
Oh, okay. It's closer. I'm shooting in the side pocket all day long. 2 inches over the side pocket, and I can hit it. It wasn't as thin of a cut as it looks like it's up here. I've been caught on that many times where I could have sworn the ball is past the pocket. You know, but he's made it. Get that rack out of there.
That was a long first game.
And it's 1-0. Brian Dietzenbach, pronouncing it the German way. I've been practicing my German. I'm on German 101 Pimsleur method.
Is that the one where you listen in your sleep?
Well, you listen on your way to work, so while you're trying to avoid the traffic, you know. I'm up to being able to say that I want something to eat or drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's important, right?
Where's the beer girls?
Ich möchte etwas essen.
Más cerveza.
Breaking from the center. He lost the ball a little bit, but it is a wide open break. Definitely
Look out, cue ball.
Here.
Look out, cue ball.
It's going to stay up.
Oh!
But it isn't very open. A little bit straight on 13. It's tough to go forward on this. Oh, he made a ball. He made a ball.
I might go rail first here to get down table.
You know, the only problem with that, Scott, is that 15 becomes a big ball if you do go down table, whereas playing it just right here and having the side ball in the side pocket. And he shot your shot and he got there.
Yeah.
It's wide open, and the expectation on this would be...
Stop shot here in the side, stop shot in the corner.
Yeah, the 11 ball becomes the toughest ball on the table, believe it or not. A lot of people overlook that. You'd think you can shoot it from anywhere, but you have to be somewhere to shoot it. He's going to take pause here in a minute, understanding at some point that the 11 ball is the toughest ball on the table. Because
He may actually go up to the 9 next.
He will. I think he will. Why wouldn't he?
think he almost had to because he drew the ball too much on the last shot.
Exactly. And now he's looking at this 11 ball saying, oh my goodness, the 11 ball is the toughest ball on the table.
Well, he's got to, if he shoots the 11, he's got to get the right angle on the 15 to come across and shoot the 8 in the same pocket, probably.
This is one of those cases where you sit there and say, you know what, I want to play a perfect position. If you play perfect position to the left of the 11, above the 15, and play for both.
Score is 1-0, Brian Dietzenbach.
Yeah, I'm going to predict Brian gets out here, just like predicted last time. I'm not sure how he's going to, but he didn't even get there. Just to the left of the 11, no, he's going to the right, and this is... I'm going to say this again, Scott, because people may not have heard me. The 11 is the toughest ball on the table.
And I don't think he hasn't left himself a cut on the 15, even if he wanted to pick that.
Yeah, no, he needed to go to the left side, past the 3 ball.
Well, the 1 must be blocking part of the side pocket, and he wasn't liking shooting it in there.
Maybe. So now he's got to pound this ball, go back and forth. This can look like a pretty shot if you can make it. Oh, he's going
or you go
forward,
2 rails. And a miss.
That's because the 11 ball was the toughest ball on the table. And this is why, you know, this is exactly
why.
And
he leaves it hung up in the pocket.
Up there. It's going to be the easiest ball on the table in a second.
Chris Zaker back at the table.
Chris is smiling. He may be smiling because he thinks he's got so unlucky that he doesn't really have a good out. But he should be smiling that he actually got back on the table.
Yeah, he
that
is.
Should have been a break and run. That had break and run written all over it. All right, here we go. Toughest ball on the table is the deuce or the 1. Deuce goes in the side pocket, I suppose. But actually, now that
he's playing the 1 now.
Yeah. I like either one. The 11 ball's got him kind of.
But what's going to happen to that 4? If he pushes that 4 up by the 11.
I kind of like
going to back cut that?
going up to the head of the table to see where that 4 ball needs to go. Slow roll this. The 2 and the 1 go to the left side.
Nice shot.
So.
Oh, boy.
Well, still has the 6. He's got the whole world here if he can make the 2.
That's what he's shooting, 2 in the corner.
This is where, you know, in 8 ball, if you're a good shot maker, you get racks like this, you can steal games. Whereas if you're not a good shot maker on a 9-foot table, suddenly this game becomes much tougher than it needs to be. Pump this ball in. You can actually stop this ball if you want. Stop the cue ball.
That's what he did.
Oh, and jiggled it. And if the 6
it's looking good from here.
11, and I don't know if we got an angle to see if the 6 ball does pass the 11. If it doesn't pass the 11, it'll ticky off the 11. So
well, he sure could.
Clean.
He sure could.
And with that said, if he plays the 6, then he can play the 1 and then the 6 in the other pocket. Well, he's playing for the... Oftentimes, Scott, and you'll hear me saying this over and over again, that it's a mistake to leave the ball in the side pocket as your last ball, because you end up going the wrong way a lot of times. In this case, because there are no other balls on the table, it probably isn't a bad idea going 6 and the 4 and then the 1. But normally,
oh, well, right by there.
He decides that he doesn't want the 1 ball in the side pocket either. So as soon as they say that, he's going to cut the 4 ball in. I think he's actually a little tentative here. He's underhit a couple balls now.
Yeah.
He didn't stop his stroke again. Oh, he hasn't yet, so that shouldn't be surprising. I know for someone like you, Scott, professional, world-class instructor, that must just be eating you up.
Well, Brian, you know, when the balls go in, it's pretty tough to tell somebody they're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Rule number 1 in pool is if you make the ball, you get to go again.
There you go.
And rule number 2 is there's no points for pretty.
Brian Dietzenbach back to the table, and he left himself a tough, long, slightly back cut. He can either try to hold the cue ball, and when I do this, I usually miss the object ball, or he just float it over.
I think he's going to go across.
In the same pocket.
Yep. Oh.
Wow, that ball was about as deep in there as you could get without it going in for these pockets. This is painful. I'm telling you, the first game took them right out of stroke.
These guys are both cold. Back cut's the one here.
See, I'd be too scared. You play the mental game here. The mental game says you must shoot the 4.
And he is.
Yeah, because you just can't trust yourself at this stage of the game to fire at the 1 ball, even though the 1 ball is probably the better shot. You make the 1, you win the game, you know? And now here we are playing the 1 ball in the side pocket. Of course, he was forced to do so, but you notice now he's playing 3 rails around it.
Or he could go 1 rail and spin the cue, come back to the middle of the table.
I gotta believe that his nerves won't let him.
He hit it good.
Frederick Goglia III and John Vitale, table 14.
He's gonna make this ball.
And
he does.
there
He's
we
on
go.
The board. It's 1 to 1.
1 to 1.
That one was a bit of a war. One to 1. So for those of you that just joined us, this is the 2013 U.S. Amateur Championship. We're at Strokers Billiards in Palm Harbor, Florida. This is the corner man, Freddie Agnier. I'm here with Scott Lee.
Pleasure to be here, Freddie.
This is brought to you by the APA. The website is poolplayers.com. This is InsidePool.tv.
Everybody seems to be playing that second ball break a lot. When you see something that works.
That's right. The balls go in, but look at this rack. This is. It seemed like every ball was pushed over with a broom.
So here's where you play that shot in Ray Martin's 99 critical shots, and shoot the stripe in the side and have the cue ball do a U-turn.
The force follow shot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how critical that shot is. How often does it come out?
No, it's a fun shot to play.
It's a fun shot. You can only really play it on nice, new, slick cloth and clean balls. If you can shoot that shot when the balls are dirty, you've got one heck of a stroke. and people, especially the old-timers, how do they ever do it, you know? Brian Dietzenbach back to the table, and looks like he's just going to start firing balls. As soon as I say that's a safety. I can see that the stripes have a bit of an advantage here. The stripes can get the balls out of there. The low balls don't look like they get the balls anywhere. 5 is somewhere tucked in, the 2 is tucked in, the 4 goes nowhere, the 7 is definitely buried. Not much going to go happen here except for another safety battle. Some people say 8 ball is more of a safety game. This is going to be it. Well, this is a value shot. Where's he going with this shot?
Hard to say.
Because he has it in his mind, so he's trying to tuck the cue ball. Is he trying to bunt some balls out? I mean, that must be, but he just made the... Okay, so he did. He was shooting the low balls. He shook his head, but he actually, it looks to me, Scott, what do you think? It looks like the solids are now a little bit favored.
They are. Got to make the first one.
Yeah. I've seen both these guys play before, out and about, whether here, there, and everywhere.
Well, he's got a breakout shot here.
Does he? He's playing the low balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isn't that the 2 there by the 3?
The 2. If you take the 2, you're definitely going to be hitting something, a 9 ball.
Yeah, you go right into that 5 and 9, which would put the 5 in front of the hole, and you'd have a shot on the 3.
This is more of a mover shot, your 8 ball mover shot. Get these both balls out of here if you think that the rest of the balls are not movable. Get the 7 definitely out of there. I would have liked to see that 4 ball tuck out, because it's not exactly a hanger anywhere.
He's going for the 9 here. Nope.
That's a good move. You know, that's a good move.
This table's just ugly.
Yeah. But both these guys have a good concept of safety 8 ball. They're trying, every shot should have some kind of advantage to it. You know, the move has to mean something. And the last 3 shots, the table has turned, so to speak, on every shot. That was a very good shot.
That helped him.
Did you notice didn't move that 4 ball out of there when he moved the 7 ball? If he did, he'd actually be shooting for the out. And he still might be, but he's got 2 balls tied up, the 4 ball and the 8 ball, of course. He moves the 11 ball out of there, the 8 ball is clear. But the 4 ball is still somewhere else. It's a lovely game, 8 ball. It can be. It can tear your heart out too. You know, if I'm shooting this shot, Scott, my chances of fouling one way or another is about 95%.
Boy,
he
stepped up and hit it. Jeez.
Miscued. Bank that deuce, bank the 4 for the win in a minute. I mean, what else are you going to do? Starting to run out of room here. He still has 2 balls to break out of there. You know, the 8 ball and the 4 ball. So either he comes up with that one miracle shot, or he ends up banking something.
Mm-hmm.
If he lands over there where he's put his stick, which looks almost impossible from this angle, but maybe I've got the wrong angle. He can run into one of these balls, the 11 ball or the 8 ball, or both the balls. The miracle shot, right?
Yeah, right.
He needs the miracle shot to clear it all out.
I think that's what he's trying to do. Cut the 3 into the left side of the pocket so that he doesn't roll too far.
Yeah, and I think if you put this right on the spot, why would he be jacking up? That stick looks way too high for the position where he's putting it, but then again, he's the one shooting, and he had a different kind of angle.
Now that worked out for him. Now he can break that ball off the rail. Problem is, where's he going to go with the 8 when he finally gets there?
Well, if he breaks the 8 ball out, his opponent will be shooting the 8 ball in a minute, unless Chris ends up banking the 4 ball, which it seems like that's the direction it's going to go. Just don't make this 8 ball. Don't hit it so hard that it banks across. Oh! Well, it's so unfortunate because he tried to get that maximum value out of it, and he got the absolute minimum value. He can't see one of his balls anymore. That one doesn't go, does it?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, he's playing safe again.
This is a survival shot? No, that's
not a bad shot.
Not a bad shot at all. Not a bad shot at all. You probably just see a duck back on the foot rail here, the headrail ball. You don't want to move this ball too far out. Yeah, okay. I was thinking, it looked like he was going to fire it down, but you need a ball up table. You need a ball up table. another style of up and down, you know. Well, Chris looks like he was eyeing a 7 in the side, maybe off the ball or something like that, but it looks.
No, I think it goes clean.
Yeah. Oh, and the 4 ball goes too. Those balls go. The 4 ball and the 1 ball go up table. The 1 ball goes in the side also. So if he was, how do you get here? Brian was so caught up in what's happening, he didn't realize that there's his opponent.
He's going to try and stun the ball around the. What stripe is that by the side?
It's a purple one, I think. It must be the 12 because the 10's up table. Yeah,
what?
He really fired at it, didn't he?
Okay.
That was. I like the attempt. The whole idea, you know. Why not? 13. The 13 will go because the pockets are so big, right?
Yeah. Well, he's got natural position here.
Sure. But if he shoots this 9 ball and bends it over, he's committed for the out, shooting the 11 ball.
Mm-hmm.
If he keeps it, he's not even doing that.
Okay.
It almost tells me that he doesn't like the 13.
No, he'll shoot the 13 after this one. Unless it doesn't go by.
It mustn't go by. It looks like he's trying to break it out. No, he's playing for it. But now what? This isn't quite the same as our last match.
Not even close.
Yeah, this one he has to move the cue ball, but he's already cheating the pocket by brushing off the cushion. So I think he's forced to slow follow, go bounce 1 rail, yeah, and take your lumps on the long shot.
Yeah.
But if he makes this shot, he's got a good shot to get out. Does he have an angle, Scott?
He's got just a slight angle.
Because then you can just hit forward going forward.
There you go.
Good shot.
That's a good shot. Draw back a foot.
Yeah, that's where he put his stick there. Looks like he's actually following. Either way, just to get
he's
back
drawing
here.
it.
I wouldn't want that a foot either. Neither did he, apparently. 2 rails.
2 rails for the 8.
Huh.
And he goes 1 rail.
Oh, he drew back. It seemed like 2 rails was
the natural.
Pretty natural. Big spot to land it in, but he's out, so.
Yep.
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
And fry a tater.
And fry a cat, too. 2-1, Brian Dietzenbach. Dietzenbach. We get to watch Chris Rack here. We are at Strokers Billiards, the 2013 U.S. Amateur National Championship in Palm Harbor, Florida. It's 2-1, Brian Dietzenbach over Chris Zaker. This is Freddie Agnew. I'm here with Scott Lee. 2 Floridians coming at you.
Going for a center break now.
Center break. Solid break. Lost the cue ball going backwards. 1 in the side pocket. Ball's in the right, 9, 11, and 11 goes with a 9 and 4 tied up. If you are solid, you can break those out. If you're stripes, a little bit more difficult. 1, 2, 3. Our great producer, Alvin Neutron. right on the ball.
Is that the 8 by the spot there, Fred? Or is that the 8 up at the on the short rail?
8 ball is sitting by the spot, by the cross.
Okay.
Put a cross over there so they can pray to the pool gods. So it does look like
Jesus saves.
He can break out the 7 ball with either coming off the 6 or the 3, so he's got to play position for one of those pretty soon. I favor, if you could do it, playing off the 3 ball, or taking off that ball maybe, I don't know. Because now he's going to run out of balls to break with.
Well, it is possible to draw into that 4-9 off the 6 here, but I think they'll go forward to the 2.
Yeah, I think so. Well, that's, if it looks like he's going to be in that situation where the 3 ball could be the last ball before breaking out, and he's got to play position for a ball that he's breaking out.
Well, and with the stripe by the side pocket, it makes that side pocket big.
Oh, it's past the side pocket, I think. I don't think that makes it's that close. I'll take a look in a second. He's trying to get up table. He needs to be able to dig. He needs to be able to dig this ball. He can't. He's to the rail now. But let's take a look at that ball in the side pocket. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe that's a good shot, and he can dig here. Why wouldn't he do that?
He almost has to break this ball out right now.
The danger here is he's coming behind. Can he actually get there? It looks like he can't get there. Looks like he's actually going to hit the 11.
And he did.
He did. And guess what? He did break it out.
But he opened it up?
He opened it up, and he's got a shot in the 3 and a shot to get out. That's pretty impressive. The good news today for the tournament here, there's no smoking inside. The bad news is somebody's smoking in the bathroom. Somebody just
Would that be smoking in the boys' room?
Yeah, smoking in the boys' room. He's cueing trickily here.
Oh!
Yeah. He was cueing high, and I thought if he cut that ball a hair more, that 13 is big in play. And, in 8 ball, as most of you 8 ball players know, you miss this late, it's usually curtains. The table's wide open, and if that 10 ball goes in the side pocket, from this angle, it looks like it goes.
And I'm going to tell you, almost every pro player out there stops their cue at the cue ball before they pull the trigger. He did not on that shot.
This ball, he's made a mistake. Okay, so he's got a shot here.
Yeah, he's looking okay here.
We've looked at this angle on this 10 ball a couple times now, the one by the side pocket. It just, you can't tell if it's easy or not easy.
Yeah, I don't think it cuts in.
Yeah, so you may have to figure, if it doesn't, you'd think he'd shoot the 15 and then play the 13 into the 10 or something to break it. But he's not even looking, so it mustn't be all that tough. Looks like he's put himself out of position. I'm going to take a quick note here just to give a pause for the people in the Philippines. Right now they're facing the worst typhoon that's ever been in recorded history, and for those of you who have family in the Philippines or friends, I want to say a prayer for them. So back to our, didn't mean that to be so sad, but I just got about 8 texts blowing me up here. This ball must go because he's playing position straight forward.
Yep.
Here's the trick to this one. You have to make it and get an angle in the 9, so you really want to be bumping out quite a distance. Unless you just want to freeze it there.
And he did.
Draw it back. Draw it back for the 11 ball. I'd like to see what this language, because you can just stop this ball.
Yeah, I think it's just a stop shot.
Punch it out a bit so you can just slow roll this ball.
There you go. Make the 11, slide down.
I think he's good enough. You can just crawl this ball in, and the cue ball will naturally go to the right as you see it in the screen.
Shoot in the other side pocket.
On the other side pocket, that's right. he hit it pretty hard.
Oh yeah, he's going for the same pocket.
That's dangerous because if he'd got short on this ball, he'd be shooting and the cue ball would be going up table. But
he's all right now. He was going to get on the 8 for the 8 in the corner.
Looks like you should tie this up.
And he does.
He does.
2 to 2. Thanks, Joe. Big shout out to Joe from Ohio. Mojo.
Well, we're here in Palm Harbor, Strokers Billiards, a great room here. We've got a lot of different tables here. That's something about Strokers. We've got diamond tables, gold crowns, and Robertson billiards tables. We got a great bar here and great food. This is one of the few places in this area that have pool tables and very, very good food.
Bait Killer's asking how many more matches tonight. I'll tell you what, they're going to play late tonight. I'll bet they end up playing another 2 rounds.
Well, there is a 10:30 match scheduled, so if nothing goes late, at the very least, there's a 10:30 match out there. Chris just tattooed that break coming off the side rail. I used to break like that side rail on the head ball. I don't know if it got me anything different. But that was at a time when I couldn't put my hand in the box. Today I practice my box break a lot, and I can't break it from the side rail anymore. That's just the way it goes.
I prefer breaking from the box myself, playing 8 ball.
Oh yeah, I think you get the better spread. We shoot the low balls and they're not wide open. The 6 ball doesn't pass the 15, and I believe there's another ball underneath them. Yeah, another stripe underneath. Now, however, he may have put this 3.
Did he just roll that up by the 8?
He did. He tickled his ball, and it moved right near the 8. But it goes, I think. I believe it goes. I don't think we have a better angle to see if it actually does. But if you can get the 7 ball out of there, the 3 goes in the other corner as well. So. But you can't. The 7 only goes in the side pocket or through the 15. 2 and through. 2 and through, not through. You can't hit it that hard. So the rules, the way we read the rules is if you make 1 ball in the break, you take what you make, but if you make at least 1 of each, then it's open, which is kind of standard take what you make rules. I think some people have completely bypassed that rule. So there you go. I think if you stop and get a shot on the 3 or the 7, you're playing 2 and through the 15 on your solid. And when you do that, you're committing to run all the way out. In fact, you've already committed all the way out, right?
Yeah.
If you miss on the solids now, everything's wide open. It's open for your opponent.
He must be able to see enough of that pocket that he can play the 3 past the 15.
I think so. But then the question is, does the ball come out, or is the 15 still sitting there smiling at you when it's all said and done here? Because shooting it clean does you no good.
Right. But he's got to hit it really close to the corner to get it to go in.
Here we go. He's
Oh,
doing a
defense.
safety.
All right. That's a good play.
Well,
No, he can't see any of the stripes.
but what does it get you? I mean, I can't fault the shot too much, but what does it get you if you get the ball back? Your 3 doesn't go, the 6 doesn't go. You can't break out the 3 using the 6 or the 7. So
No, I think if I got ball in hand here, I'd bank the 3.
bank the 3.
Sure.
And the 6 is still there. That's why I'm saying that I don't think you got maximum value out of it. I think it was a great idea, but I think that he needed to tickle that 15 out of the way or do something. And, you know, the result is something like this. Oh, it's even worse, because the only ball you can shoot now is the 7.
Mm-hmm.
The only ball that's clear. It's interesting now he's looking at the 7 and the 15, where didn't he have something similar with the 3 a second ago?
Yeah. Watch him jack up Massey around the 9.
Yeah, I mean, if he calls the 7, if you do have to call the balls here.
You know, it's funny. You go to Las Vegas to the National Amateur Tournaments. You see the most amazing kick shots, jump shots,
Sure.
Masseys. You never see the pros play those shots because they don't get that far out of line. Now he's going to try and get that 15 out of there, I think.
I think so. This is a in-off shot.
And he did.
And very good leave.
It's a good play.
It's a good leave, but this is
I think
like,
he's got the 10 on the side, though.
Sure. I mean, this is not to say that this is the whole rack here, but if he makes this, Brian's got a great shot to get out.
Yes, he does.
As long as he doesn't get tied up in the balls up table.
Well, he doesn't have to hit anything.
Right, he doesn't have to hit anything. He just pockets this ball. But he knows this is the whole shooting match in this rack.
Nice shot.
And if he gets in a ball here, it should be. 8 ball goes in both corner pockets, so this is just execution. He's got an angle, 2 rails around to the center of the table, I think, or 1 rail.
What do you see as the link ball to the 8?
I like the 11 ball, to tell you the truth. 11 ball or the 9 ball to go 1 rail, or the 9 ball I like because you can go 2 rails towards the head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. I suppose if you got straight on the 14, I mean, all of them are pretty good. The one I wouldn't want is the ball on the left side rail, whatever that is, the 10 ball. The other 3 balls are pretty standard to get to a ball down table. So as long as he doesn't
Don't roll behind it.
6.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Wow.
Only place he didn't want to be.
Still got a ball to shoot at. That's the good news. The bad news is, talk about a blood tester now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're really, to duck in this position would just be cruel. You know, to have to duck. 1 rail off the 14 and go behind the stack there to hide the... Yeah, he's got a shot it 2 ways, but 2 ways to nowhere. He's fortunate he actually missed. It's great. That's the right shot. I guess that's the right shot. It's safe behind there. I say I guess. It's unfortunate. He had a nice way to get out.
You think he's hooked on that 7?
I think he's hooked on the 7. He's got a slight massé on the 6. I think there's nothing to do but shoot the 6-3 or the kick 7. Half massé on the 6.
That's 6-3's ugly.
I mean, surely, yeah. I guess you could half massé on the 3, but that doesn't. It seems like quite a bit. Neither one of these guys look like they've gotten out of their, you know, into a rhythm at all.
Oh, he's going over the 9.
Is he really? It's one of those cases where I have to question that judgment, because let's say you make it.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't that cue ball hang out here?
Or goes off the table, maybe.
Yeah.
Anytime you're jumping a ball and your object ball is close to the rail, there's a decent chance the cue will go off. What he wants to do is, if he does jump the 9, he wants to get back down on the table immediately. He's definitely pulling out the jump cue.
Well, at this stage, I don't blame him, because any other shot's also kind of a...
Well, it looks like it's about a half ball jump, so...
And it's a long to the 9, so shouldn't be so bad. And he's a pretty tall guy, so it shouldn't be so bad. Should be no problem.
Man, that's a lot of elevation.
Here comes the balls. He's hoping
And
for
again,
a roll.
it just...
He's going to roll. There's
Just jump down there and hit the ball. Didn't take any time at all.
Well, he's forced to shoot the 14, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And cue ball is going to be heading towards the rail. Well, how far do you want to go? You know?
I'd go
How
down.
about that far?
Yeah, I'd go down just
far?
below the side pocket. Like you said, play the ball on the rail and then leave the 11 for position on the 8.
I think so.
He just jumped way too fast into that jump shot.
So he's going to walk right in front of him. He's made it. He's still off the rail. So.
Yeah, he's right where he wanted to be. He's got an angle on the 9 to take him over to the side rail.
It sort of looks like just the way that's... I can't tell where he's cueing there either. Okay, now he's getting lower. And he's going to the side rail. So here's one of those where you're tempted to play for the 11 ball in the side pocket, but I think you might as well just draw out.
Yeah, that's what I'd do. A lot better chance on getting on the 9 ball.
There you go.
I mean the 8 ball. Hello.
And this is fine. He's got an angle. He doesn't have to pound this. Some people like to pound this even though there's an angle. You just hit it, get to the rail, and it should come out.
And it
He
did.
drew, see,
Oh
he
my
drew
gosh.
to it, and he didn't need to.
No, he sure didn't.
If he just hit it and let the angle
A
get
stun
there,
shot would have come right
exactly.
back across the middle of the table.
But he's supposed to make this one too. Cue ball is going to fly towards the corner pocket.
Ooh.
It's high. Boy, these guys are just surviving here.
Brian takes the lead, 3-2.
And that would be the last game of the 8 ball. We're into 9 ball. Maybe we get another faster pace. 3-2.
Yeah, probably not as much defensive play now.
All right. 3-2. Brian Dietzenbach.
Dietzenbach.
From Fairfax, Virginia. I believe Fairfax, Virginia.
Sergeant Schultz, I know nothing.
And Chris Zaker from Lancaster, Ohio.
Lancaster's just outside of Columbus.
How would you say this? Just say it right. How would you say
it? Brian, this way. How do you
Lost
say
his
Brian?
cue ball a little bit on that break. But he has made a ball.
Yeah, Dietzenbach. I'm looking for the hottest German-speaking woman here, and we've got. Here we go. It's a. Too scared. She's too nervous to speak in her own language. But meanwhile, Brian Dietzenbach has.
What do you think? Think he takes a flyer on the 9 here? I don't think so.
Oh wow. Well, if you could
He's
fire
looking
at
at
it,
it.
draw back and play safe, but you know there isn't much to do here, is there?
We'll see if he plays the combination. The 2 is a little close to the rail there, but if he plays the combination, he can roll the cue ball down there on the other side of the 3.
Maybe he likes the 1 ball in the side pocket and just roll it right in. Or you can play the 9 and then, like you said, play behind.
And he got lucky. He got lucky.
He did point up there to see if it was his path. So I think he was playing the 1 ball more than the cue ball more than the 1 ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd like to say hello to Chris Zaker's wife, Tricia, who apparently is one of his biggest supporters. As she should be.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like he's got a possibility apparently for a carom on the 1-9. He'll draw a carom. Just don't hit this so hard that the draw doesn't get a chance to take effect.
Nope,
So
too thin.
Fired it right through. Timing shot.
Oh my God. It's fucking 2,700 a pop.
This is the 7:30 match, and I know we have a couple more rounds to go tonight. I saw a 10:30 round up there. We're gonna go 10:30. We'll be all heading to sleep.
Little tester there. Didn't help himself.
Move the 3 ball into a bad spot. You can still make the 3 ball, but it's a little bit tougher now. This is a funny spot, isn't it?
It is.
You make the 1 ball. If you slide over with the cue ball, you're going to get too straight into 2. So you either have to slide all the way over, or
you know what I might do here? You make the 1, shoot the 2, go 3 rails around, and then bank the 3 out of there and leave the cue behind the 5.
Right. I think that if he's got enough hold on this, you can just kind of stun it and let it just slide just barely forward. Because now, well, you got the 3 rail now, so he could get all the way around. He can make the 3 ball, I think. Just go 2 rails towards the center of the table.
They're pretty close together.
They are close, but see, that tells me right there that ball.
I tell you what, I'd be calling the ref over if he's going to cut that 3 ball.
I often wonder when pool players do that. You see that he's just he pointed left, right. That's almost like he was saying he's going to play a safety on the 3 ball. Either that, or he's saying he's going to miss the 3 ball so badly he's going to run around the table.
Well, see, he's going to bank that 3 out of there and stick the cue behind the 5.
It passes the 8 ball?
The 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a shot that I think Bert Kinnister may have showed us all. You hit this in the center so that it just has enough forward roll by the time you get up there, so it just crawls forward 1 revolution.
Well, that's what he wanted to do.
That's what he wanted to do. Playing the 9 ball, 3 rails around. No gin for you.
And no safety.
No safety.
Safety not allowed. I think he'll carry him the 9 in here. Draw off the 3.
Well, I suppose he could. It looks like the 9 is a little bit too low, but I can't.
Well, it's not sitting in the hole, but
well, we're going to find out here in a second.
No, that's a tough shot. That's a tough shot.
He's probably saying,
I think go up and down here. Take the 3 to the other end and leave the cue down here.
Yeah, why not? It looks like you could just go right over the top of the 3 ball, keep it behind the 7, 3 ball goes all the way to the end rail. Did he hit this ball? Oh, he's going to the side.
That'll work too.
That'll work, and that's a tough safety. You got to applaud that kind of safety. That's good control.
You better hope that Chris can't see the 3 here. Oh, I'm thinking he likes it. Yep. Oh!
Well, it looked like he wanted to make that ball, but
I think he had the shot. He just rushed it.
What good would that be?
Well, the 3 goes off the 9 now.
Well, it does something.
Oh, he's calling the 9 on the side.
Calling the 9 on the side. If he calls the 9 on the side and makes the 3 and not the 9, does he continue playing?
I think so.
Yeah, he's hitting those kind of things. Oh, he didn't even shoot the 9.
Not even.
He's going to shake his head, but I like the pattern where you go forward and go 2 rails, but you end up going to the inside, or I guess you call it the inside of the 5, but still play position for the 5.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just seem to not be able to see that you can do things like that. You know what I'm saying?
He's playing inside spin. Oh, he was trying to hit the 5 and he missed the 4. Wow. Make the shot, guys. Position doesn't matter if you miss the ball.
Look at this position. This is perfect.
Yeah, this actually looks like a pretty good combo here. Watch this. He'll make the 4-5, go twice across, come below the 4, and shoot the 4-9 combination to win.
Oh, below the 4.
Yeah.
Nice. We like it. I'm one of those type of players. I'd be so frustrated. I just go ahead and step back and fire. I don't care what I'm firing at. Now maybe I'll fire the 9 ball.
How are you going to fire the 9 from here?
Oh, You just turn around and fire at the 9.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just be frustrating. But this is game 6, first game of 9-ball for these guys. He's playing safe.
I don't think he's going to like that.
I don't think so. Game number 6. This is Brian Dietzenbach shooting right now. For those of you who just joined us, U.S. Amateur National Championship.
Now he could play safe back and put the 4 on the other long rail. Let the middle diamond and leave the cue on the 5.
I got to tell you, at this level of play, I would expect that everybody kind of feels.
No,
the
he's
same
cutting
way.
it.
Yeah,
He's
if you
back
see
cutting
the ball, you should be shooting the ball.
Good shot. Oh, too hard though. Holy mackerel.
Way too hard. But it's tough. This isn't easy out there.
He can make this.
Put it back and forth. Leave it right there. He's not going to scratch as long as he doesn't. He's got to take his medicine here, take his lumps, and stay below the side pockets. I think.
I think so too.
Just cinch this ball, go back and forth, because you still need the angle on the 7 ball to go back and forth to get it around the table to get it. So just stay below the side pockets.
Interesting. Wow.
He's just going to sell out here, aren't you?
Nope. He's going to get lucky. Look at this. Wow.
You see, this would make me quit. Well,
yeah, that's part of the game in 9-ball. The element of luck is there.
It's tough to kick and stick here, because even if you kick and stick, the 5-ball will be in play the entire way around unless that goes all the way around the table. But I think that's what he's trying to do, kick and stick. Gotta stick this ball though.
Yep. Oh, you did a nice job.
You got to kick and stick, but you see the 5-ball's in play all the way unless you get it all the way around the table.
Yeah.
So I think he did the best that he could in that situation.
Well, he's got him close to the rail.
Yeah. The 5-ball is 8.5 feet away just to hit it.
And either he goes for the bank or he tries to bump the cue into the 8 and stay down there. Oh, he went the other way. Okay.
That was quite a shot from there. There really was. I mean, that's a good result. You didn't get the hook on there, but to cut it that thin, back cut. Well, you just go for this, and
I think so. I think you just cut the 5 in.
You're on the professional side.
You don't have to drill it. Just
right.
Roll it down there, cut the 5 in, go up for the 7. You're going to have some kind of angle. You made it.
Let's see.
Look out, 7.
He needs to bump this and bump it good.
Oh man! Just bank the 7, draw into the 8.
Tough.
That was too bad. Did you see his cue go up in the air there when he cut the 5 in?
Yeah, funny follow through on some of those shots.
That's definitely something that most of us instructors will call a big no-no. Yet you see an awful lot of pro players doing it.
It's almost a push shot.
They're pro players.
That's right. Well, looks like he's
going for the bank. He's going to stick the cue on the rail there.
Yeah, it looks like he's banking. He's ducking.
Hey, that's not bad.
I guess that's not. It's so funny that when you see shots like that.
But see, the guy
could think that you're going to do that, right? This is a thin
no, Brian, yeah.
rails out.
Yep.
You just got to barely.
He's just going back down there by the 8. Oh, he didn't hit it hard enough. I'd have put that cue ball all the way down the other end.
Well, I'm sure that's what he was thinking of doing, but he didn't want to move that ball.
Well, again, you feather it. Let's see what Chris does here. He may be trying to duck just like Brian did. All the way down, all the way down. Now that was a good play. He's left Brian on the rail. I think he'll shoot the 7, 2 rails back up to the short rail where he's standing. Leave the cue on the 8. went to the other side. Nice play. Good shot, Brian.
Okay. I think this is going to be probably the last. This might be the last commentating stream of the night.
Okay.
Maybe. Alvin has to take off, so we're losing our producer. This has been quite the long 9-ball game where we said we'd have less.
It's a long match anyway.
We're going to have less safeties.
This is the first game in 9-ball.
That's right. And this is race to 7. And both these guys are struggling. There's no question about it. Both these guys are grinding it out. And if you think it's easy out there,
well, they played safe back and forth twice now.
And this is a big game, right?
It is.
2 to 3, 2 serving 3 right now. Chris is on 2. And if he wins the game, it's tied. If you lose the game, he'll be down by 2, going to race to 7, 4 to 2. So right now it's 3 to 2. Brian.
What do you think? Roll it behind the 8 here?
He just fouled. So.
Oh my! Game
he
over.
Just fouled. So after all that.
That's too bad.
That is too bad. It looks like he's going to roll forward.
He has to. It's natural shape.
And he's probably, not to be critical here, but he's got way too much angle for that position for where he was. You know?
Well, now you hit closer to center ball, so you don't go so far to the rail. Just like that.
You certainly don't. All right, so he's going to be up. Brian is going to be up 4 to 2. Take a moment to thank Alvin. Alvin has left the building, and he'll be back tomorrow. Alvin Nelson of Inside Pool. This is the 2013 U.S. Amateur Championship in Palm Harbor, beautiful Palm Harbor, Florida. This is Strokers Billiards. This is Freddie Agnew. I'm here with Scott Lee. We are joined by a lot of the great players across the country, fighting the way for the national championship here in Florida. I love being here, and this is the place to be at this time of year, especially.
It is. It's fun, and these guys have taken a long time to get to 6 games.
Yeah, it's 3 to 3 right now, and I think
no, it's 4 to 2.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4 to 2, and Chris is taking a break, I believe. Somebody's taking a break because they've been here.
Well, it must be close to beer 30, isn't it, Freddie?
I think so. I think it is. As they say, it's beer 30 someplace. We're in the area of Jimmy Buffett.
Well, that would be Margaritaville then.
There you go. It's 5 o'clock someplace. Well, it's 5:30 someplace. We had David Owate just sneak his head in.
I thought that's who that was.
David seems to be here at the national championship every year.
He is a great player. And a prolific poster on AZ Billiards.
Trying to stay off the AZ Billiards board. We can say internet forum. All right, so we're taking a little bit of a break here, waiting for Brian to get back. Chris is back, so he's going to rack the balls up. This has been a grind. We'll take this moment to thank our sponsors, the APA. You can catch them on poolplayers.com. Strokers Billiards is the host site. Inside Pool, of course. NYC Grind, CNG Gas, and Corey'sCollection.com. It's Brian Dietzenbach. He's leading Chris Zaker 4 to 2. Chris is from Lancaster, Ohio. Brian is from Fairfax, Virginia. In years on past, we've had their bios saying what kind of cues they're playing with. Apparently, we do have that here. Chris is playing with an Espiritu. Russ Espiritu out of Texas. And looks like...
Is he out of Texas? I thought he was in New Mexico.
Russ? Maybe he is. New Mexico, Texas, aren't they like, didn't they annex New Mexico?
Well, they are next to each other. One's a little bigger. And we're breaking into the second rack of 9-ball. It's made a ball in the break.
Brian plays with a Predator. Well, he made a ball and he's
Made the one.
no, the one ball he can't see the one. It's so buried.
Okay.
It's so he has no paint to lick on. So he's gonna. This is going to be a tough push out because there's no way. I don't think there's any way that Chris takes this shot. No. Okay. 1-3 is almost wired. You have to
Yeah.
look.
It looks like it might throw in.
Right. If you hit it on the left side of the one as we view it, the right side if he goes on the other side, it might go in.
That's what he tried.
He tried, but
Apparently it wasn't as on as it looked.
nah, it wasn't on at all. Well, the one has half pocket to go if he wants to try to slice it through the 8. I guess you could try a combination or the bank.
Yeah, I like
To
the
me,
bank better.
The bank looks like the right shot.
That 8's huge on that cut shot.
Yeah, you can go forward here and bank with enough speed to get the cue ball, the one ball to the center diamond if you miss. The professional way, don't go 3.
Good shot.
Oh, let that cue ball way go.
Well, I'll say.
Safety, Z safety, I think. Z safety.
Well, one good bank deserves another. I think you're right. He's going to bank that 2-ball 2 rails.
The cue ball should curl up to the 3, I think.
Oh, very nice.
Play just to the
Nice
to
play.
crawl it.
Don't
But
go
if this
in.
ball
Don't
goes
go in.
in,
Oh!
and now this is why people want to, there's no justice in this world,
They'll probably do the same thing here. You're going to safe the cue behind the. Is that the 4 by the side pocket or that's 7? 7.
But it'll
Okay.
probably bank across or knock the 8 ball in, That's a pretty good shot,
Yeah, it was.
considering what just happened there, Good shot.
InsidePool.tv. 1L. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it looks like you can hit this if you spin. I know they just called Brent Thomas's name, but I don't think Brent Thomas is here. I think Brent said he wasn't going to make it. But he may have made it, but I don't believe he's here. Well, this is, it's go time here.
Yep. Draw the side rail, come across for the 4.
It looks like he's hitting low, but it seems like 2 rails around.
No,
How about tank the
Wow.
ball and safe behind the 9? Apologize. Got to put the apology hand out. And Brian is smiling.
Freddie, you can beat skill, but you can't beat luck.
Only luck can beat luck. It's a good shot.
It is.
Good survival shot there. Bank 1 rail across.
Keep them far apart if you can. What do you think? You think he thins the 3 here or not?
Playing behind the 7 ball.
Yeah.
There's that broom stroke.
Wow.
Well,
He got lucky again, but that could have turned out really badly.
One more roll in the 9. He's probably still firing the 9. I mean, what else do you do here? If you can sneak the 3 while past the 9 and 6? Yeah, just like that. I suppose he's going to play a safety and duck behind the 9 and 6. I was playing League one night, and one of the players was aiming up a shot just like this and asked, "Can I shoot the 3 in this case into the 9?" And we said, "Of course you can." So she shot the 3 right into the 9, not the cue ball. It happens. It happens. Well, what do you do here, Scott? You might as well just bank the 3 into the 8-9, get lucky, and have the 4 smiling at you. But as soon as you do that, the 7 leaps right up and just blocks you from everything. So, but
I got to think you got to put that 3 back on the rail by the 9.
and so that he can, so Brian can just kick it in.
Yeah, it's like
3-9. That's why I say this is such a weird position here that you might as well just blast away and hope for the best. The 9 sort of makes the 8 into that pocket.
Looks like he's going to play safe and put both balls on the long rail.
I really wish he'd blast at it. Yeah, sometimes some games just deserve a good thumping, you know, just to get the frustrations out.
There's been a lot of safety play this match.
It's amazing that such a wide open rack of 9-ball can have as many safeties as this. And he's playing the cue ball up table. No, 3 balls up table. Oh, he's banking behind the 7. Look at this. Look, see,
hit it so bad, he hit it good.
What I like about Brian is that that's the 3rd time I've seen him give the apologetic wave if he got away with the you know, with the accidental, the fluke safety, the fluke hook. And sometimes in this game, you have to know all of the moves, including the apology type of thing, you know. Let's see if we can see a better angle. That's a good angle.
That is a good angle.
Angle to nowhere. Well, it's 9 o'clock on a Friday.
Is there a song like
The
that?
regular crowd is
9 o'clock on a Friday. Oh, that's a Saturday.
the regular crowd is shuffling in.
With no tables to play on.
I tell you, imagine that if you were out on a Friday night date and say, hey, let's go up to Palm Harbor, Strokers Billiards.
They got lots of tables.
Yeah. No one ever plays. They say, no, that's not true. This is one of the better rooms around.
Ball in hand could be a death knell for this rack.
Well, it certainly is, you know, obviously the ball in hand is going to be wide open. As long as he doesn't get straight in on this 4-ball. And you know what I like doing, Scott? I like going all the way to the rail and out rather than trying to come up short of the rail. What about you?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think he's going to do that too. Get out.
Yeah. Me being so short, I probably wouldn't even been thinking about going to the left side of the center. But this is right. Just punch this ball in. And I will tell you, because I am short,
He's got a little trouble here. He's going to have to draw above the side pocket.
I think he's okay to just bounce one rail across without staying above the side pocket. Oh, he's almost straight in. He banked that ball in.
He's in good shape here.
He is good in shape. That length of shot, it's amazing how often I shoot that shot. And I'd like to think it's because I'm short, I have to play for a bit longer positions, but it's because my position play is just horrible.
I think I'd have liked a little shorter angle there.
That's right. This is a shot that, as long as you don't hit it too hard, there's no way of scratching. I mean, you just crawl this up.
Good job.
No way of scratching shooting it like that. I think too many people put all kinds of fancy English on a shot like that and don't realize that cue ball will go to the rail on that shot every time as long as you hit it slow enough.
And Brian takes the lead, 5-2, and a race to 7.
I'm glad he got out there.
Well, with ball in hand, you doggone better get out.
Well, you know. I mean, listen. I've seen both these guys play. It's clear they're struggling. It's not easy out there.
Certainly isn't. It's a lot easier up in here.
Very easy up here. Very easy up here.
Douglas Graham and Mike Brown.
How's this break? His last break, I can't remember what it looked like. Oh, yeah, that's right. The 1 ball went up table and the cue ball was down here. So let's see here. That's a good break. Oh, he got kicked up table. Boy, that
was a good stick.
And guess what?
Oh, he's corner hooked on the 1.
Completely corner hooked.
Wow. So you know what you do here? You play off the titty and you just make the 1.
Well, he can push out here, so.
I'm just kidding, but that's a fun shot, though.
You know, I'm amazed how many times I've actually seen that shot in a real tournament, and the guy makes the ball.
Right. Usually the object ball's closer to the rail.
Yeah.
But if you practice it, it's a reasonably high percentage shot.
I don't know about that. I think
I can make it 1 out of 3.
I think the universe smiles on people when it comes up because it always sets up that you can actually make it, but you'd hate to actually shoot it.
You have to practice it, that's for sure.
That's right.
You got to hit that corner just right.
Well, he pushed to a safety, so isn't he passing this back? Can he see paint?
He certainly didn't help himself out there with a 2.
Oh, this ends up being a really nice push out because this is a 50-50. Would you try to play safe here? Because all you have to do is hit it, but the problem is you can barely hit it.
He might have to go to the long rail.
He passes it back. So if you spin kick this to the left, you're sure to hit it. Right?
Yeah, but you're shooting over a ball.
You want to do that, right? Does Mass say it just enough to clip the 5? What do you think he's doing there? What's he looking at?
I think he's... well...
This is
he must be able to see the edge of it.
This is what I'm saying, that if you just shoot like this... Yeah, if you catch the 1 first, which I think you can do, you have a lot of balls to hide behind, as long as you don't hit the 5 ball.
And he missed it.
He missed it. And that was I think that was a kind of, a cool push and a cool result. He pushed it there himself. But.
He's got a pretty small window to get on the 2 here.
I think he needs ball in hand to get on the 2. Okay. Well, ball in hand, and the 2 and 4 are all locked up down here. It looks like there's one angle you can get to. If you can get all the way to the 8, can you make the 2?
Maybe.
He's going on 1 rail across and shoot between the 2 and the 4 and the 9. Do you ask for a referee here?
I sure would. They're awfully close together.
He just, Chris came over and took a look and decided to sit back down because it mustn't be all that close.
Mm-hmm.
Mustn't be all that close.
Sometimes, though, you call a ref over and
it's a shark?
it scares the shooter.
I would never call a referee over just to shark the guy.
Especially if you were down 5-2.
I mean, it's possible the 4 won't even move.
And it didn't.
And it didn't. that's how clean that shot was.
Does the 3 go by the 5?
I don't think so. I think he's back cutting this. At this point, don't bother ducking.
Must go by. Nope. Played safe.
Ducking. Oh, what a great safety.
That was a good play.
The crowd's got to clap on that one. That was just a great shot. That's a winning shot.
Yep.
Winning shot. He's taking a drink. He deserves it. 5-2.
Definitely put him in jail here. Brian gets ball in hand. This could put him to the hill. Well, he's obviously not frozen on the ball.
No, so he does have a 1 rail kick, a 2 rail kick. Yeah, that's a good hit.
Good hit.
Good hit. A pretty good lead because the cue ball now is it's going to be coming out of position.
Watch this. He'll cut the 3 in, draw into the 6, and play the 4-9 combo.
Why not? He wants to stay in line with the 4 ball, so he's not going to duck again, is he?
No, he's playing in the upper corner.
Maybe?
No, he's playing in the corner. There.
Good shot.
That was a good shot.
Good shot. It's a good shot, and to me, it's the right shot. If he sees that ball in the pocket and can stay on this side of the table, you're supposed to shoot that shot. I like drawing back out.
Yeah, he wants to draw. He just doesn't want to hit the 7. That'll work.
That's a pretty shot. And if the 6 passes the 9, then you can just play this any way he wants to.
I bet he plays it, goes up to the top rail and comes back to the middle.
Yeah. That's what you'd like to see. Good shot.
Yeah. Out City. Stop shot here. Yeah.
I think so. Unless he's got an angle. You can't ever
Yeah,
tell.
that's
here,
a great
you know?
shot. Go forward to the rail and cross for the 8.
I wonder if he's too straight on this. So let's see what this angle looks like. Yeah, he can go. He can go forward. Why
Yeah.
not, right? Why not? No worries here.
Nicely done. Another stop shot here. Comes off the rail. Perfect on the 9.
It looked like he spun
Very
that
nice.
ball right at the last second.
Yeah, I think he was trying to kill the cue a little. Nice play. And Brian firmly in control on the hill, 6-2.
Gets to the hill.
He's got a little smile there. Yeah,
He got there.
I'm feeling it.
I like, definitely like the pump on that. Was it a 3 ball? I guess it was a 3 ball.
Yeah, played a good shot on the 3 ball.
All right, Brian Dietzenbach, he's up 6-2 over Chris Zaker. This will be his last break. Fairfax, Virginia's Brian Dietzenbach leading Lancaster, Ohio's Chris Zaker. This is the U.S. Amateur Championship of Pool, brought to you by the APA.
Oh, look out, cue ball.
Lost the cue ball. Side
Look at
pocket.
that.
That's a lot of balls down, too.
Yeah, made
3
four.
balls.
4.
3 balls. There's 6 balls in 2.
Oh, okay.
All right. I mean, 3 balls, isn't that the way it always goes?
That's too bad.
Good speed, too. You know, he didn't step back and crank it. Cue ball actually looked pretty good, but just a little bit off. Danced in the side pocket. Look at this. With the ball in hand, he's going to draw the ball. How far? I don't like ever doing this just as a guide. Okay, he wasn't really drawing the ball. He was just sort of stunning it over. Apparently he can get to the 5 from here. Slow your stroke down, Chris.
Gonna shoot the 5 in the side.
Go and draw back a little, not too much. You need the angle to get back up table. Back right where cue ball is right now probably wouldn't be so bad, or a little bit longer. Anywhere
Well,
that's
You can come back a little closer to the rail and then just go 2 rails up table.
yeah, so go as long as he's not straight on the 6, right?
Right. Yeah, what he'd really like to have is a 30-degree cut on the 6. 2 rails takes him right up to the 8.
And if he's got the angle and bounce, he'll go all the way to this long rail, 2 inches out.
Oh, he liked your shot better.
Yeah, but I wanted that cut get a little bit farther back.
Yeah, now he's got to spin the cue to get on the right side of the 9. And this is where a lot of players will undercut the 6 and get perfect shape on the 8.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he looked away and didn't stand back up. Why do people do that? Well, he got there.
Oh, he got pretty straight.
Pretty straight.
He's going to have to cheat the pocket a little bit or draw straight back. Looks like he's going to try and draw it.
He's got enough of an angle here to just stun it down. Pound this ball.
Oh, you're right.
A little bit of poundage.
And Chris is going, oh,
Made it.
lifesaver.
Got a hair of an angle.
Chris Russell, John Goldman.
Oh, no.
I
Again,
got to tell you,
he rushed it.
he did rush it, and I thought he was gonna miss it for a specific reason. While he was down, the announcer called out Chris somebody, and I saw his eyes raise up just a hair. He should have stood back up. Well, that's an unfortunate way to end, but it is over.
Bye-bye.
Brian Dietzenbach defeats Chris Zaker.
7-2.
7-2. All right. Well, Scott, this round's over, and I think the next round might be at 9:30 or 10:30, and I don't know if we'll be back for that, but for those of you out there, this is Freddie Agnew.
And Scott Lee.
And this is the U.S. Amateur Championship. And we just saw Brian Dietzenbach beat Chris Zaker. For our sponsors, thepoolplayers.com, APA, Strokers Billiards, the host site, Inside Pool, New York City Grind, NYC Grind, sorry, CNG Gas, I always like to say New York City Grind, Corey'sCollection.com. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you later live.